everybody, welcome to our second video on teaching your dog the skills that are going to help with their veterinary care over their years. So this week what we're going to look at is having blood taken from their front leg or having a catheter put in ready for an anaesthetic or maybe a sedation. So first up, I've got a video at the vet hospital with our shout, just going through how it would look. And then once you've looked at that, we'll come back and I'll show you how to teach those skills using our very beautiful Easy. So take a look at that first.
Good girl. Here's a good girl. Here's a good girl. They're just clippers. There you go. Good girl. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Oh, very good girl. Good job. You get liver for that. You get a bit of liver. Good girl. Look at that.
Okay, so now you've had a look at the video to see what it's going to look like. Let me show you the steps to teaching your dog how to have that all happen to them. So, number one, first of all, we need the dog to be still, and we're going to employ some treats to make sure it's worth their while. So, for this, I generally find in the sit is a little bit easier to keep them nice and still. So, number one, I need them to be happy with me actually touching their leg. So, usually what I do is ask for a leg. You can ask them for their paw or you can gently take it off the ground. Firstly, I need them to be comfortable with having that leg off the ground for a period of time without pulling back. So I don't hold their leg. If they pull back, it just means that's a little bit long for them. Okay, get it back into a nice sit. Good girl. Sometimes if they're a little bit off balance with their sit, it's hard for them to have a leg off the ground. So I'm just going to have a leg off the ground, hold it up there for a moment or two. Yes, and I'm going to give her a treat. Good girl. Very good girl. So once again, I'm just going to pick this leg up. I'm just going to hold it there for a second or two. Yes. Good girl. Very good. Okay, so I'll just guide her back into a sit there. So now what I would like to teach her is that I'm going to bring another hand in and hold behind her elbow. The purpose of this will be, thank you, will be so that somebody can hold up the vein. So I'll show you what this is going to look like. So she's given me her paw. So let's start that again, girl. Ready, sit. You sit there. Can I have your paw? Thank you. Good girl. And I'm just going to give her a treat for that because that was very good. Then what I'm going to do is bring this arm over and I'm going to place it behind the elbow and very gently like that. Yes, good girl. Very good. So pick the leg off the ground, hold the elbow. As you can see, she's nice and steady there. Very nice. And give her a treat. So the leg off the ground, hand behind the elbow. Good. Give a treat. Pick the leg off the ground, hand behind the elbow, and yes, give a treat. Very nice. Pick the leg up, hand behind the elbow, and hold for a bit longer. As you can see, there's no fuss here. Good. I want her to be totally relaxed. So if she's pulling away from me, I'm just going a little bit too fast with the training. Now that we've got some duration there, next I actually need to teach her about having clippers. Now this is an area that everybody can do really easily at home. What I've got here is a really small set of clippers. You may have human hair clippers, you might have an electric toothbrush, a Dremel, just something that makes a noise. And as you can see, she's immediately going, oh, what is that? So what I want to do is make this a nice experience. So before the clippers go near her leg, I need her to hear, and if she listens to those clippers and she's not worried about them, I'll just reward her. Good. Good. And we're just going to reward. If she was to be worried about this, then I would just need to have more distance between the clippers and her. Good. So that could mean just having her in the same room whilst the clippers come on. Very nice. So you can see she's not really taking any notice of that noise now. So now what I want to do is bring it closer. So you can see she did notice that a little bit. Good girl. Because at some point they need to touch her, and the sensation of having clippers touch and cut your hair is unusual. So if we can desensitize our dogs to having the noise, then it's going to be very easy for them. So down there, good girl. As you can see, she is taking a bit of notice of it. So the last thing I'd like to do with her right now is actually have to clip her leg, because it's going to be a bit of a bad experience. But after a few more sessions of her having the set of clippers near her, she's going to take no notice. And you can see already that she's starting to relax about having them near her. It's an unusual thing. We just assume our dogs are going to be good with all of these things. Okay, so now we've got quite a few things to work on. We've got the duration of the leg hold, we've got holding behind the elbow, we've now got using some clipper noise around near them so they get used to the sound. Now the next thing we need to work with is having the area of the vein just palpated, and I'll show you that now. Okay, so what we might do is ask for a sit again, because it'll be a little easier for you to see. Sit. Good girl. I'm going to have this paw again. Yes, thank you. I'll have that paw. Thank you. So once I've got that paw, now what I want to do is be able to touch around the vein area, because this is what the vet will need to do before they take blood. Very nice. Very nice. That was excellent. Lots of treats. I'll have another paw, thank you. And we're going to touch around. I might even do this, okay? They'll do this to help the vein rise up. Very nice. So lots and lots of work there. Then, once we've got all that happening, then I know this seems like something simple, but we'll bring in a swab, and that's what's going to clean the vein area. So I'll just let her have a look. I've got nothing, oh, she says I'll just eat it. I've got nothing on the swab at the moment, but I will move to where I've actually wet the swab. So as you can see, she is a bit interested in the swab, so even if she doesn't want to touch a leg, even the fact that she might want to take it is a little difficult. So we work through that. So let's get the leg again. Can I have that leg, please? Good girl. And now I'll just bring that swab in and touch it on her leg. Good girl. Very nice. And as I said, once she's used to that dry, I'm then going to wet it like it would be a cleaning agent. Did you get the treat? You did? Sit. Good girl. I'm just going to have that leg, please. Good girl. And once again, we're just going to wipe that leg. Good girl. Very nice. Good girl. Excellent. That's awesome. So there you go. They're the steps that we need to work on by ourselves first. And then once you've got that happening by yourself, then you need to bring in a helper. And the helper will be the one that is going to hold the leg behind the elbow, and then you can do all the other steps. But get it happening with you first, and then add in your helper. Okay, well, till next time, guys, please, let's all give this a shot. Let's teach our dogs the skills that are going to make vet care a lot less stress for everybody. Okay, till next time. Good girl. Was that fun? Yeah, you're a good girl, aren't you? Hey? You're a very good girl. Yeah.